Hey, it's Rob from Panacea Survival Tools, and I'm out here at the beautiful Yuba River, which is near my home, and it's one of my favorite places to go. I just wanted to do a promo here. Anyway, I'm here to do a quick review of my competition chopper called the REAPER, which I used on Knife or Death, and I just wanted to go over some of the features of it. Okay, first of all, just go to the sheath. That's the obvious thing. The sheath was made from recycled materials that I got from the restore. A color I really liked. I found this great gray-brown color. They had like 3 sheets of it, cut up for like $5 a sheet. So I was stoked at using it a lot for different sheets. Anyway, so I got that, and then on the back, I did this. There's a little promo in there. Put alone season 7 because season 6 is filming right now. So anyway, I was hoping to get out there and be a part of that competition. I put stuff on social media to like bug them for me, and they didn't like that. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that was trying to help me out. But please don't do that. They don't appreciate it. So anyway, just want to show you that. It's kind of funny. Put it out there, getting a promo while I was out on the TV set. Okay, so this here is the REAPER. It's a triple-edged machete. I call it a bat-handled triple-edged machete because it kind of has a baseball bat style handle on it. And this is made from 1095 steel, high carbon steel, which is commonly used in survival applications because it's hard and ductile, but yet meaning that it doesn't break so easily. But it's also can be sharpened in the field. It doesn't get so hard that you can't sharpen it, using a found stone or something. So that's why a lot of people in the survival community use 1095, and it's used all over for all kinds of other knives. But anyway, it's 1/8 of an inch thick. You can see it's not very thick, but I did a lot of pre-testing and prototyping to come up with this weight, and you can see that I have it taper forward, so that there's more bulk in the blade here forward. I did that intentionally so that there's more weight forward, and there's basically more stored energy out to the tip. So that kinetic energy that you store when you come back here, you deliver it, boom, into your target. Helps a lot. Instead of making the blade thicker in the steel, I just made it wider to get the weight forward. Okay. Also, another design feature of the knife is that all 3 edges are ground at different angles. This top one is ground more slack. It's a convex grind. So the edge is supported by a convex, curve. It goes into the edge like that. That way, it's stronger than, let's say, a flat grind or a convex grind, where it will slice in easier. Those other grinds will, but it's not. The edge isn't supported, so it will tend to deform faster or wear faster. So anyway, on this side, it's slacker for doing the meat and the rope and the fruit, and having the curve in there, causes if it's a round item like a rope, let's say, it starts to bunch up, they say, which is basically it slows it down because there's more friction there. It bites into it and causes it to sever. So having a curved surface is a big advantage, and that's why kukris do so well, because they have a curve right there. Those curves help it to make the items bunch up. Okay, and then on the top side, which is my chopping side, for chopping like all the harder items like ice and wood, I made it dive in steeper so the edge is supported and it's going to be stronger. And I haven't sharpened this since I've been back, so you can see it did pretty well. There's hardly any deformation to it. There's a little, there's some dinging, and definitely it's not as sharp as it was, but it performed pretty well. I dulled it actually while I was there, attempting to sharpen it. Whole other story. But anyway, all the edges are sharpened differently for different reasons. I put a point on it for the design. As partially Hollywood, it makes it look cool. I mean, when you're walking in, you got that look of, you got that badass look that I was after. That's a big part of it. Is getting the, be confident in your blade because it looks badass. It helps in your confidence to want to kick ass with it because your blade looks badass. You gotta live up to it, And then on the back, I did this pommel, which is machined steel. I did that in my shop, and this is a common design feature for stuff that I do, like for the M4 SOCOM and the hammer stock, which is the Ace product. I used to own that company, and Double Star owns it now. And anyway, I have a patent on that design feature for the for rifle stocks. But anyway, put that on there. Shout out to those guys. These guys are awesome over there. Let me see. What else? Oh yeah, so the pommel, you put that on there so that it will return better, because you got all that weight forward. When you chop, then when you have to come back, you have to use all that energy. If you have some weight back here, it helps you to be able to recock or reposition your arm to chop again. Having this, it helps it to return faster. It makes it handle faster, if you will. And so you'll see that commonly done on swords and competition chopping items. They'll put a weight back here. You can see that it balances really well. All the weight is forward. My balance is it's about 2 inches out. Let's see, go the right way. So it's balanced right here, and that is really good balancing point. You could actually throw it. It's good enough to throw with that kind of balancing point. So I started building this 10 days before the competition, and so I was at a time crunch for getting it heat treated. I was going to heat treat it myself, but I said, yeah, on national TV, I don't want my item to break, my knife to break on national TV, because I'm making these for a living, and that would not be good for my company. So well, I hope to make them for a living. Let's put it that way. And so anyway, I sent it out to Peterson's heat treating. They turned around in 1 day, which is I hear it's one of the fastest they've ever done. So I really appreciate it. Hats off. And they also did a really cool thing for me, and that's they put some rosebuds in it. You can see the heat coloring on here. I didn't change the coloring of it. This is just right from the heat treat. This color is, which I actually really like. There's some little features in there that are kind of round shape. It's where they get a torch, and they heat up these areas after it's heat treated, after it's hard, and they soften those areas of the metal, making it more ductile, so that it's that's where the main force or more stress of the blade is going to be right in here, right at the handle. It's going to be wanting to flex up like that, and so that softens that area so it's less likely to break. So hats off to them for that, man. I didn't even ask for that. They just knew it's a competition chopper, and so they made it right. So thank you, Petersons. Let me see. What else? Okay, so now getting back to the handle. The handle was made from walnut from my girlfriend's backyard. She had 3 beautiful big old walnut trees, English walnut trees that died, and they got cut down, and unfortunately, didn't have the time and effort to try and mill them out to lumber. They just got made into firewood. But anyway, I salvaged some of the wood and made these. It's got a little bit of home with me everywhere I go. I'm out there chopping. Let's see. Oh, then real importantly to me is I put the skateboard tape on there. I think I'm the first one to do that. The skateboard tape makes it super grippy. With gloves on, I was thinking that would be really important. They don't allow you to use baseball bat tape, which is sticky, or like pine tar on your thing. They don't allow any sticky thing like that. So they allowed me to have this, which was great. It's really a big deal that I got to use that, because I felt totally, I never felt like I was losing grip on the thing at all. It helped me to not get my wrist fatigued. You'll see people on the show often get fatigued, and they'll be dropping it because the shape of their handle isn't well shaped, for one, and also of course training maybe, I don't know. You go hard, you get fatigued, and you can't hang on to the freaking handle. So I was able to hang on, no problem. I never even thought about I'm getting my wrists are getting tired or anything. So that was great. Let's see. There's that. I guess that's about it. Awesome time on Knife or Death. It's the Reaper. So Rob from Panacea Survival Tools.